Meghan's new plot to capture the aura is exposed, useless without a royal title. Well, apparently this whole war that Meghan and Harry have been fighting for privacy is done now, and now Meghan is all relaxed about appearing in selfies with friends and being photographed out and about around Montecito in relatable moments like shopping and going to visit the dentist. Page 6 is revealing that Meghan has spent the summer planning a rise from the ashes after a really tough few months for her and Harry. I mean, this summer saw one PR failure after another for the two of them, from that New York City car chase scenario to Spotify, and then a failed Hollywood pitch. In the last few days, though, a whole new version of Meghan has come out in a series of photos and reports, and as Page 6 is revealing, she's finalizing some plans for a new money-making endeavor. And apparently it's going to be through Instagram, so it's not been launched yet, but already Meghan's Instagram account has 80,000 followers, including Nobel Prize winner Malala. An insider familiar with Meghan and Harry said, Meghan's not seeking out opportunities to be photographed, but she's realized she has to live her life. None of the cameras are going away. Meghan's agent, Ari Emanuel at WME, sure is trying his best to put any kind of positive spin on his client. But these articles simply confirm what we already know, that Meghan and Harry don't have any appeal either to the public at large or to people in Hollywood. She's usually photographed alone or with employees or friends and nobody has ever even heard of. A-listers want nothing to do with her. Photos are almost always being done by Backgrid, whom we know she has on speed dial. It looks like Meghan's future is going to be the same as her present, calling up the paparazzi to record her outings, wearing as much jewelry and as many ill-fitting designer clothes as she can. She's a little bit like Gloria Swanson in Sunset Boulevard, but the thing is, Gloria's character was a big star. Meghan Markle never was. The PR nonsense just keeps on coming out, though. Meghan was seen shopping at the farmer's market in Montecito, and then it was revealed that she watched that Barbie movie with friends, including neighbor Portia de Rossi. Apparently, she surprised everybody at a bachelorette party during some girls' night at the fancy San Ysidro Ranch, and she wore a bandeau dress for a 42nd birthday celebration with Harry and friends at a top local restaurant. On social media, she was even seen as the willing participant in a casual selfie with some friends, poet Cleo Wade and hair colorist Katie Lee. And then there supposedly was a trip to go see Taylor Swift perform in LA with her London BFF Lucy Fraser, despite the superstar declining to be on the now defunct podcast Archetypes, even after Meghan apparently personally wrote her a note. And apparently, while all this is happening, Meghan is putting the final touches on her new project. I'm talking about the one that people close to her have been talking about for quite some time now. Is it going to be some type of copy of Gwyneth Paltrow's multi-million-dollar lifestyle brand Goop? Or is it going to be something similar to Reese Witherspoon's production company Hello Sunshine, which sold for $1 billion? There's one glaring problem I see. Meghan Markle is way too old to start up something like Goop. She also doesn't have close celebrity friends. She doesn't have a big following. Meghan Markle doesn't have all that many fans. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow was 35 years old when she began that business Goop. And at the time, she was an A-list star. She had real A-lister friends in Hollywood. Or is Meghan going to try to revamp her lifestyle blog, The Tig? Are we going to see The Tig 2.0 coming out? An insider spoke with Page 6, saying Meghan and the team are working hard. I think it will be surprising. It won't be what everybody is expecting it to be. It will feel familiar to who Meghan is. Well, alright, I am glad to see that her team is setting some realistic expectations, and it seems like they're accepting that nothing they can do is going to stop this from being another of Meghan's mediocre failures, with all the credibility of a small child saying that their imaginary friend was responsible for it all. And this was her goal the whole time. Come on, she just wanted to keep on climbing up the social ladder until everybody knows her name. Forget about who she has to step on the way up. I mean, even the late Queen of England. She doesn't need Harry anymore. He's not essential. She just wanted to prove that her name could be in the media without Harry attached to it. Harry, I'm sure, is going to be the next victim of her. She went from being a bit part D-list actress and minor influencer with a blog to the Duchess of Sussex. Because of her overinflated ego and her delusions of grandeur, now Meghan Markle is right back to being a Z-list actress again. She keeps on talking about blogging without ever actually doing it. She just tries to reinvent her life every couple of months after the past few months have not worked out. And this is the pattern that we have seen with her. It's the same old stuff again and again and again. Meghan had such an excellent opportunity to really make a difference in the lives of other people, to serve and inspire others. But no, she decided to give up that platform in order to chase after her Hollywood dreams. She wanted to be an actor, a director, a producer, but she doesn't have any talent for any of that. I would say the most successful acting job Meghan ever got involved with was conning Harry into believing that she was a reincarnation of his deceased mother. She encouraged his anger and his feelings of resentment until he followed her little scheme to come back to Hollywood as an A-list actor. She ruined his only good charity event by making it all about her and her ugly clothes, and she alienated him from his family, his country, and his friends. Well, to be fair, Harry was warned, but he didn't listen to people's advice, and Meghan has been successfully taking him apart bit by bit ever since they got married, with that horrible smirk on her face and her claw wrapped around his arm. It's not going to end well for Harry, though, or those poor kids if they're real. Meghan's always going to have that rictus grin on her face when she's looking at the camera. She's always going to be ready for her close-up, no matter what. It's much like a D-list production of Sunset Boulevard. All of this does, though, signal an end to Meghan and Harry's battles over privacy. Now, that's a battle that Meghan denied even having as it played out. Apparently, her people are saying it was the royal family, from whom Meghan and Harry are still very much estranged, to push that storyline. But the insider said, nobody is fighting this whole privacy issue. This whole story of don't pay attention to us, pay attention to us, it's a total exaggeration because the crux of Harry and Meghan's move in the beginning was mostly spun from the palace that they wanted a more private life. Now, there's a separate source, a bit more critical, who has some knowledge from their time with Spotify, and they told Page Six, Harry has made it clear that he never wanted to be in the media. He would be very happy to go away. I think he'd like to go and live in Botswana, as long as he had money. Meghan actually likes being famous. Well, unfortunately for the two of them, nobody wants to support them. Nobody wants to give Meghan Markle any money. I mean, already it looks like Harry and Meghan are leaking negative stories about each other. They're trying to set the scene for their divorce. The Backgrid photo shoots, not wearing her rings, modeling a $4 stress patch, covering her new painfully thin body from the stress of the marriage, again with that Diana cosplay that she is so infamous for. And also setting the scene is Harry acting so paranoid about the media and just holding on to those court cases while Meghan supposedly is trying to move on and she wants the kids to live freely in California. Well, that tells us that she is desperate for People magazine to do some more covers of the children, and she wants to use them for merching purposes as soon as possible because they're running out of money. Meghan does not know how to take a hint. The thing is, they cannot undo the damage that they have already done to their reputations. To tell you the truth, I do not understand how Harry and Meghan's relationship survives. Harry has such an unhealthy fixation with the media. He's even admitted to keeping a whole list of journalists who write negative things about him. I mean, how sick is that? He admits that he loves to read comments and articles about him, and then he also blames the press for his mother's passing. Harry is so paranoid about his family leaking negative stories about him to the media. He has filed so many lawsuits against so many media outlets. And it's not because of phone hacking. He admits that he doesn't have any proof of that anyway. It's all about retribution. Harry holds a grudge against journalists, and that's clear by the nasty things that he said about specific journalists in his book. But Meghan's quite different in that regard. Oh, she loves the media. She sets up pap shots. She makes sure that WME is going to release daily articles about her. She makes sure that she's seen on Instagram. You can see when they're papped together, Harry looks absolutely miserable and Meghan looks thrilled. This could not be creating a happy home life. As much as Meghan loves fame, she loves money even more. Meghan thought that she was marrying into both when she got Harry. Well, apparently she didn't get the message that she was actually marrying into the firm. Once she came to understand that the firm controls the royal family and all their money too, she decided to run away back to California. She talked Harry into making some really bad mistakes, including that book deal, solely for money by the way, the Oprah interview, again just for money, the Spotify deal worth $20 million that failed when they couldn't produce the content that they promised, and a reported $100 million deal with Netflix. I don't think they're going to get all that money either, though. And once they were safely inside California's most expensive zip code, Montecito, Meghan started on her mission to burn through every single dollar and also relationship that Harry brought into the marriage. She also completely destroyed every bridge back to sanity possible for Harry. Harry needs to figure out some way to escape her and go back to his family. It's important that he not try to bring her back to the UK, but he's got to get back home. He is floundering there in California. Meghan is a grifter. She's not a princess. She is not a duchess. She's just a con artist and a yacht girl and a grifter. And you, what do you think about Harry and Meghan? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments section. We can also talk about them. If you think my video is interesting, please remember to like and share it with anyone else who would enjoy it. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.